Welcome everyone. Today I'm sitting down with Lauren. Lauren is a student in our Academy program. She is almost graduated grade 12 now, which is super exciting. And she's from Vancouver, British Columbia. And we're excited to sit down with her today and just kind of learn about her process through the Academy, through university applications, scholarship applications, and kind of learn the best advice from her. She is also has won upwards to almost about the $80,000 in scholarships, and I'll get her to break down kind of what she's planning to do career-wise, and what school she wants to attend to, and then we'll learn some more about Lauren and her process. Thanks for having us, Lauren.
Well, thank you for having me. So, to answer your first question, I've decided to go to Western University. That's where I got the biggest scholarship, and that they had a program I love. And I'm studying medical sciences there. My long-term goal is to become a doctor and work in public health internationally. So I think I want to do my bachelor's degree in medical sciences and then go to medical school and then maybe do a master's in public health and then get to do either work in a hospital or working overseas in international health. So yeah.
Oh my gosh, love it. Cool. So you want to do a combination of maybe international health and local hospitals as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so exciting. I love it. Well, thank you so much for, kind of setting that up for us. I think that that's a great program to pursue and great goals. I'm so happy to also announce Lauren, she won the Western National Scholarship. So that was the one from Western, and we're so excited for her as well. So congrats, Lauren. And so I wanted to ask you, basically, where were you at with the scholarship and university application process prior to grade 12?
Well, I knew I wanted to apply to scholarships and I wanted to see what I could accomplish. I really didn't have any idea what I was doing, but I knew I wanted to do it. It was quite overwhelming when I first started because there was a lot of information. There was really hard to navigate. In terms of university, I've always wanted to pursue medicine. I've always loved science, so I knew I wanted to go that route, but I didn't know what applications were going to look like or what programs I really specifically wanted to apply to.
Yeah.
So going in, I knew I wanted to do scholarships, but I wasn't really sure how to or how to start or what to do. So it was really overwhelming and yeah.
For sure. No, I think that a lot of students, even just researching a couple scholarships are not really sure, they're about to start their grade 12 year, they're not really sure what to expect or where to even start, and I think a lot of students can kind of relate to you as to the confusion or haze there, of who to kind of touch base with. So that's awesome. And how did you get to where you're at now, meaning what does it look like to be successful with your applications?
Yeah. So anyone who knows me really well knows that I have this inability to give up or accept failure. I'm very, I cannot give up. I'm very much perfectionist.
Yeah.
I've always been very naturally determined and driven. So I think that was really a key factor in my success as a student in scholarships. A big part of it, which sounds very cliche, but is not giving up, because there were so many times of the year where I felt so much failure and rejection. I felt really, really defeated. And with scholarships, a big part is you're going to be applying and you're going to keep going and going and you're going to have won nothing. You sit there and you're like, I put all this work in, I put all this time and effort in, and you don't have anything in. So a big part of my success was trusting the process and just keep working hard. And just the Grammy team was so supportive, even when you're not winning, just to keep going.
Love it.
I think a big part of where I am now is just being able to take that failure, learn from it, not let it define you, and just going forward. I'm going to keep working hard. I'm going to trust it's going to work out, and just keep going.
Exactly. No, for sure. And I think that a lot of students might not know that coming into this whole process. They think, okay, scholarship application, and not really sure, how many to apply to, but the whole waiting period is quite long, and it starts to feel a little discouraging every now and then, but I'm really happy to hear that, you pushed through that and just kept going, because you kind of have to have that attitude. Just no, I got this, just keep going along. And I'm really happy to hear that, that obviously worked for you, because you continue to apply, and continue to keep getting your applications in, which is really awesome.
Yeah, it definitely teaches you, you learn to believe in yourself when you're getting all these no's and other people aren't believing you, and you learn to have this inner motivation, which is really essential. So yeah.
Exactly. No, I love it. So what I wanted to ask you next was just, how has the program helped you specifically?
As I mentioned in the beginning, when I first started doing scholarships, I was very overwhelmed. It was unlike anything I'd done in high school. It's not like school where you do your math problems, you do your essay. It's completely self-motivated and it's very hard to navigate. So the program really helped me navigate it. It gave me a group of people who had done this before. They knew what they were doing, and I got to be surrounded by so many other like-minded students, and that just motivated me so much because it was comforting to know that what I was feeling, I wasn't alone.
Yeah.
There's other students, whether they're in Ontario or Alberta or, also in BC, that there's a lot of students who are going through the same process as me right now. And it was nice to be able to connect with other students. I loved having older mentors who had done the process and are through it now, and they could reflect back and give me advice and, just really relate to me on a personal because they've been through it too.
Mm-hmm.
It also helped me to learn from my mistakes, but then how to get back up from them, because when you miss an application or, you didn't put your best effort in, you can learn that, I have the next one and I have this team behind me who's they want me to do my best. So
yeah,
it's an overall great experience because the scholarship process in general and universities can be very, draining, can be very confusing, and having a team behind you just makes it so much easier and so much better to do.
love it. Oh, that's so great, Lauren. I love hearing that, having that team behind you really felt like you were supported through this process. Because like you said, it can be quite confusing with the, specific requirements for each university application or, certain scholarship questions as well. And then I'm also really happy to hear that the mentorship has helped you a lot, confiding in students who have just finished this process and are now in their first year and now can kind of help other students who are going into this process. I love that. That's excellent. It's really, really nice to hear that that's what's really kind of helped you with your applications.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to ask our last question here. What would be your biggest advice to students who are about to start this whole process?
I think my biggest advice would be that it is a very long process and it will be very draining, sometimes defeating you, sometimes don't want to do it, but you just have to trust the process and you have to keep going because, I can say for myself, I remember the Western National Scholarship was the one where I got the biggest amount. That's helped me decide where I want to go, and it was 3 weeks. I don't recommend doing this, but I had procrastinated doing the application. And I was looking at it, I'm going, Mom, like, how am I supposed to write this? Like, I don't even know what I'm going to write for some of these questions. Like, I don't even know where to start. Like, it was just this massive application.
Mm-hmm.
And I was contemplating, like, do I even do this? Like, is it even worth my time? Like, am I even who's going to win this? And I looked at myself and I was like, you know what? I need to do this for myself. Like, even if I might not get it, I need to at least put my application out there, I did my best and see where it goes. So one of my biggest pieces of advice would be to not give up on yourself. Don't give yourself the no. You have to at least put your application out there, see where it goes, and you have to trust the process. You have to trust that, I was sitting there April 21st, which is the day before I got the call, thinking, I haven't won anything major besides like, something from Down, something like just something small. And then it all works out, and I think there's more coming. I know there's more deadlines and like, I'm supposed to be hearing back from more soon. You also have to be able to believe in yourself when no one else does, but outside of the Grammy team, like you're going to be hearing all these no's, you're going to get a lot of, you didn't get a scholarship, you didn't get into this, whatever.
Yeah.
And you have to, even when you want to give up, you have to be able to think, nope, I'm going to do this for me. I'm going to trust it's going to work out. And you have to be able to keep going because it's the students who are able to do that that end up having the most success, because it's after you're able to get up that you end up having the success and you see why you had to go through that to get where you are now.
Exactly. Yes, you nailed it. I think like students see the applications that they, have coming up and they might start to feel overwhelmed or things like that. But I love your advice and just to keep motivated through that process, because that's going to be like one of the things that really pushes you to the finish line is you just have to keep going and trust yourself and trust the whole process. I love it. Oh, that's such great advice, Lauren. Thank you so much for sitting down with us today. I think that a lot of students are going to find a lot of value in this, especially when they're, trying to navigate through the whole scholarship process, what their university application process is going to look like. And just hearing your story and knowing that they need to keep motivated and never give up, because the result in the end is going to be really rewarding.
Yeah, and I just want to say, like, I definitely was that student who was looking at these videos thinking, like, okay, these people had it figured out, but, like, that's not me. Like, I'm not going to get that. And then when I was feeling motivated, I'm like, okay, yeah, but they were this or they were that. And, I was that student. Like, that's every student has it when they're applying to scholarships. It's normal to feel it that way, and you have to just trust that when you're feeling like that, if you keep going, it will work out, and everyone feels like that way. It's just part of the process.
Exactly. No, exactly. You nailed it. Love it. Well, thank you so much, Lauren, for sitting down with us and speaking to us today. I'm so excited to share this with future students so they can learn from your story.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Lauren. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.